Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Mira Sorvino and I'm so honored to be your host at today's virtual fundraising concert. I hope you're all well and healthy in these unprecedented times of the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm here in my capacity as the Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, or UNODC, and I advocate for the fight against human trafficking. Millions of people around the world are victims of human trafficking. They fall into the hands of criminals who are exploiting their vulnerabilities for financial or other gains. And this phenomenon is far more common than you think. In fact, without even being aware of it, we all may have come across cases of human trafficking. The most common form is sexual exploitation. But did you know that forced labor is also a form of human trafficking and can be found in construction and fishing industries, nail bars, or sweatshops? There is also trafficking for forced marriage or for organ removal, and in armed conflicts, children are trafficked and used as child soldiers, one example more horrific than the other. What is common is that all the victims are stripped of their rights, their dreams are ruined, and traffickers rob them of their dignity. It is a crime that shames us all, but we can all do something to fight human trafficking and its consequences, and this is why we are here today on the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. Today, the wonderful people of the Rukus Avenue Music Group and the Artists United Against Trafficking in Persons came together to give us some unforgettable musical experiences. And at the same time, we all hope that through you, we will also be able to help trafficking victims in need. I would like to ask those of you who are able to donate to do so, as all funds raised will go to the United Nations Trust Fund for Victims of Human Trafficking, especially women and girls. The Trust Fund assists 3,500 victims of human trafficking every year through specialized NGOs around the world that provide vital humanitarian, legal, and financial support to victims in more than 40 countries globally. So, a big thank you to all our performers today. And before we start our concert, let us welcome the Executive Director of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, Ms. Ghada Waly.
Every day, in every country in the world, human traffickers exploit people for profit. The poor and the vulnerable are most at risk. Over 70% of detected trafficking victims are women and girls, while nearly 1/3 are children. COVID-19 has amplified trafficking dangers. Loss of jobs, growing poverty, school closures, and a rise in online interactions are increasing vulnerabilities and opening up opportunities for organized crime groups. The crisis has overwhelmed social and public services, impacted the work of law enforcement and criminal justice systems, and made it harder for victims to seek help. And yet, in these difficult times, we see the best of humanity. Frontline heroes, men and women risking their lives and going above and beyond to provide essential support for human trafficking victims. The theme of this year's World Day Against Trafficking in Persons focuses on the first responders, the social workers, labor inspectors, law enforcement officers and prosecutors, health workers, and NGO staff who identify victims, help them on their path to justice and with rebuilding their lives. The UN Office on Drugs and Crime supports the first responders' mission by channeling funding to help victims, providing protective equipment to anti-trafficking units and shelters, and assisting member states to mitigate the pandemic's impact on anti-trafficking responses. UNODC also manages the UN Voluntary Trust Fund for Victims of Trafficking in Persons, especially women and children, which supports NGOs to provide direct assistance to 3,500 victims a year in more than 40 countries. I invite governments and the private sector to donate to the Trust Fund, and I call on all people to show their support by joining UNODC's Blue Heart campaign against human trafficking. On the 2020 World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, and in the COVID response and recovery, I salute and support the first responders who provide a lifeline to trafficking victims. By reaffirming the rights and dignity of all people, we can recover better, more inclusively and more sustainably.
Come on, you guys are the best of the best in the world. Namaste, everyone!
Whoa, whoa. shine your light.
Somewhere along our journey of being humans, we have forgotten that we are not the only species on this planet. We are just one among millions and millions of species on this planet.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We are all in this together. We are all in this together. And nothing can remind us like a simple act of kindness. Hey! And in the blackest of night, just one flash of light shows we're not alone. No, not today. It is time. Let's do this. It's our time. Let's do this. It is time to shine your light. Let's do this. It is time to shine your light.
We only protect things that we love. So we should all make it our mission to make everyone fall in love with the natural world. And hopefully through that love, we will clean, protect and conserve.
It is time. Shine your light.
मैं जो साथ निभाऊं, तू जो साथ निभाए, तो बात बन जाए, तो ये रात ढल जाए. चलो हाथ बढ़ाएं, चलो सबको दिखाएं, कोई भी यहाँ अकेला ना है.
It is time. Let's do this. It's our time. Let's do this. It is time to shine your light. Let's do this. It is time to shine your light. Come on. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The pain and suffering that we inflict on the environment and nature is pain and suffering that will eventually be inflicted on us as a species. And we need to start thinking as a species.
It is time. Let's do this. It's our time. Let's do this. It is time to shine your light. Whoa, it is time. Let's do this. It's our time. Let's do this. It is time to shine your light.
We do not inherit this world from our ancestors, but we borrow it from our children.
Shine your light.
Thank you and good night.
Hi, this is Bianca Gomes,
I'm Clinton Sorejo.
and we are Shore Police from India, and we're really honored to be part of the UN initiative against human trafficking. A big shout out to Rukus Avenue, Sammy Chand, and Clint Valadares for putting this all together.
This is a song that we wrote during the pandemic, and it's about how, although we're all going through this together, it's about how each of us is going through something on a deeply personal, intimate level. Let's do this.
Is this how it's gonna be now? Do we even know the why or the how? Sweet proximity, but just as dire. Our existence is down to the wire. I need to feel the nearness. Give me the human touch. We were made for each other. We just never knew how much. Every song that we sang
slip away. Slowly slip away. As transient as yesterday.
Transient as yesterday.
Every song that we sang,
Every tear that we cried, every grace we accepted, the smile that we denied, every time we left in the cool red rain.
I'm trying to melt that we meet again.
Yeah, we meet again. Yeah, we meet again.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Brown. I did a movie called Sold about a little girl forced into sexual slavery. This plague affects every country, every city in the world. It's a multi-billion-dollar illegal industry. There are many conditions underlying this, but one of the most prominent right now is food and water insecurity. We have 65 million refugees on the planet Earth today, more than at any other time in human history. And also the disparity between the rich and poor, those who have and those who have not, is getting wider. We need to start educating kids globally, especially girls. That will go a long way towards eradicating human slavery. And we need to start treating each other as brothers and sisters. The underlying racism and sexism beneath slavery is one of the primary causes that's not often discussed. We have to start realizing that we are utterly interdependent globally, and we are one human family. Until we make that shift in consciousness, this will continue.
Someone like you, someone like me, dreaming a dream of what could be. Do we believe? Well, maybe we do. It all comes down to me and you. Oh, yeah. No matter who we are, there's only one world, one love to share. I see it in your eyes, I see it everywhere. We're not alone, we all share a home in one world. This day will pass, hang on my friend. I know you long to dream again. So just take heart, and I will too. Be there for me, yes, I am here for you. No matter who we are, there's only one world, one love to share. I see it in your eyes, I see it everywhere. We're not alone, we all share a home in one world. We speak in different tongues, we live our separate lives. Yet every morning we watch the same sunrise. Yes, only one love, one love to share. See it in your eyes, see it everywhere. We're not alone, we're all share road in one world. Let's come together, brothers and sisters, one world, yeah. Say it one world. Oh, say it again. Say it one world. Oh, yeah. Oh, one word, one word, one word, one world.
When vulnerable people are trafficked, they're taken to somewhere against their will, where they cannot leave. These are the people in the world, millions and millions of people in the world are trafficked and held against their will, and we need to find them. We need to help them. We need to, one, prevent trafficking before it happens. We need to help stop the buying of underage children for sex, because I think we can all agree no children should be bought and sold for sex. And we need to find the trafficked people. We need to bring them home and help them find their life again, help them rehabilitate and heal from this experience. This is something that has to end. This is the #2 crime in the world, and it happens everywhere. We have to be part of the solution. Please join us.
Oh, you'd walk in with the smell of sin on your skin, and I just play it off. What I don't know won't cost me. Can't count the times I've drowned out your lies. Oh, I hope this is news to you. This is the last time I'm being used. Oh, I wish I could hold without my mind running time to try. You don't want me. You take advantage of my weakness and my woes, and that's just how it goes. Yeah, you don't love me. You love the way you think you walk all over me, and I'm tired of holding on to a man that thinks I'm mute, 'cause I ain't comfortable with being used.
What's up, Rukus? I'm Madam Gandhi, visiting you from New York City, where I grew up, playing the drums, listening to music. And this song right here is called Waiting For Me. In February, I had the deep honor of shooting the music video in India with a team of all women, gender non-conforming trans folks. And so wherever you are tuning in to this concert today, I invite you to sit back, hang out, and clap with me as I perform Waiting For You. Waiting for me, for you. Yeah, that's it. Shouts out to all the South Asian artists all around the world pushing for change, painting tapestries of different representation, combating the stereotypes so that we can live in the multifacetedness of our identity. When I wake up in the morning, hit spacebar and start recording. My mom says that she'll adore me. The earth is still waiting for me. Waiting for me. Waiting for me. I won't take in what they feed us. Run away in my Adidas. Brown girls of the world, they need us. Truth is love. Love will free us. Love will free us. Love will free us. I've been living in the wild now. When you taste freedom, you're not trying to get tied down. Hear it in the words I say and the way I walk. I'm a part of their lives now. Dig it, that don't. Dig it, that don't. Dig it, that don't. Ayy, dig it, that don't. Dig it, that don't. Dig it, that. And I don't want our identities to be defined according to how oppressed we are, you feel me? Listen, dim our minds with drugs and liquor, knowing that we'll die off quicker. All our people getting sicker, can't afford organic stickers. Sorrow makes their wallets thicker. We must see the bigger picture. Women who have come before us, mothers, sisters, non-conformists, all the things that they done for us. The earth is waiting for us. Yeah, how y'all doing? Waiting for us. Waiting for us. If we're strong, they can't ignore us. The earth is still waiting for us. If we're loud, they can't ignore us. The earth is still waiting for us. If we're one, they can't ignore us. The earth is still waiting for us. If we're true, they can't ignore us. The earth is still waiting for us. Freedom, you're not trying to get tied down. See it in the way I think and the food I eat. I'm a part of their lives now. Dig it, that don't. 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 Dig it, that. Dig it, that don't. Dig it, that don't. Dig it, that don't. Hey, dig it, that don't. Dig it, that don't. Dig it, that. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And on a personal note, I just want to give so much love to the workers on the front lines combating all of the violent sex trafficking that exists all around the world. Thank you for your bravery. Thank you for your emotional capacity to be able to deal with such traumatic material, and for rescuing folks and removing them out of that situation. I love you. I'm here for you. We celebrate you. I'm Madam Gandhi. Love.
While we are watching all of our wonderful performers, we cannot forget why we are here today: to help those who are most in need, victims of human trafficking. To preserve their identities, we unfortunately cannot have them here with us today, but I would like to share the story of Kim from Vietnam, whose name we have changed for security reasons. Kim is a 21-year-old university student in southern Vietnam. Ever since she started college, she has had to support herself through part-time jobs, but then the coronavirus hit. Like many other countries, Vietnam also put in place social isolation measures to contain the spread of COVID-19 in February. Unfortunately, this also meant that many businesses had to close and many jobs were lost. Like many others, Kim too lost her job. What followed were months where she would go to bed on an empty stomach. Once the restrictions were lifted, Kim desperately needed to find work, and that made her an easy target for human traffickers. When she was offered a position as a waitress in a cafe on the outskirts of the city, Kim eagerly accepted. But there was no such job. The cafe was in fact a brothel, and Kim was not an employee. She had been sold. She had fallen victim to human trafficking. Kim was caught for 3 long and horrific days in the brothel, but she fought hard to protect herself, and although she was terrified, the moment she saw a chance to call for help, she seized it. This is when the Blue Dragon Children's Foundation stepped in. In a coordinated action with local authorities, they set in motion a rescue operation, and within 12 hours, Kim was set free, and the brothel was shut down. Thanks to her bravery, she is now safe and recovering from her horrific experience. See, the foundation which helped Kim receive funds from the UN Trust Fund, as do so many others worldwide. This story shows what we, if we work together, can achieve. But we also need your help. Please donate any amount, big or small, so that NGOs worldwide are able to help trafficking victims like Kim. As tragic as her story is, Kim also inspires hope. We are here today to lend a hand to all in such a dire situation, and the good thing is, we all can help. Now, let us please give a warm round of applause for our next performers.
Such a beautiful piece by the very talented Chloe Flower. Chloe has a long history of working with the United Nations, ranging from lending her wonderful piano playing to causes, to voicing important opinions on previous panel discussions about human trafficking. Thank you, Chloe, for your activism. Hi, my name is Monica Dogra, and I wanted to talk about some of the girls or victims who are lucky enough to be rescued. What happens to them? How can we help them from returning back into that cycle of slavery? This happens because they're forced to, because they have no work skill to support themselves. Quite often, those that have been trafficked are forced to return to their hometowns, but they return home to being shunned or looked down upon for going through what they've gone through. We all have to come together and make sure this cycle doesn't perpetuate this condition for those that do get rescued. Help organizations like the UNODC that help people recover from the cycle of slavery by empowering these individuals with a life opportunity. Today, we want to thank you for your support of this event and for donating to our cause. We're forwarding all the money to the United Nations Voluntary Trust Fund for victims of trafficking in persons. Thank you for watching the Rukus Avenue UNODC event today. Next, we have Satinder Sartaj.
Sare ga re sare zani sa ni da ni da pa ma ba ni sa re ma ga re ni sa Ramanu roshnaye aao चराग बनिए रामानु रोशनाए आओ चराग बनिए खुशहालियां ले आइए आपा सुभाग बनिए रामानु रोशनाए आओ चराग बनिए सरताज खोल वर के कोई दर्द दिल च पर के साजानू सुलझ करके आसां दा राग बनिए रामानु रोशनाए आओ चराग बनिए आओ चराग बनिए
Tired of being shortchanged, I'm trying to remain sane. Hopped off the plane, didn't stop all the pain. My father's still in debt and we've been struggling to pay for a bedroom up on Meekland Ave. Reaching for just meat and half, hands tied against the odds. How you gonna even that? People from the slums once, now living the humdrum. Mama from the bottom, so we dream when we can stunt once. Mama, I know it's gonna be fine wherever we go, cause we know your race is go to dream and be a hero. What's an ego to an eagle? I free flow when I speak though. My pipe dreams through peephole. My skin so Filipino. Oftentimes my pride inside is fighting high tides. They revoked the ocean. What's the day you'll learn to nosedive? Closed eyes, fingerprint ink with the most die. Those times mama never blinked, save the oath twice. I said, mama, we gon' make it there someday. I said, mama, we gon' make it there someday. I said, mama, we gon' make it there someday. I said, mama, we gon' make it there someday. I said, mama, we gon' make it here. Yeah. I said, mama, we gon' make it here. I said, mama, we gon' make it here. Yeah, I said, mama, we gon' make it here. And we gon' make it this day. I feel the sun's rays open up my eyes. I feel brave cause I once made a promise to myself that I'm a vessel. So it's one way that I'ma take up space until I'm done. Let the song play, my friends say unpaid. These days be the worst days. We pray, they lay more cases at a worse rate. Help us find a way, we rise up, carry this weight. Frontliners lead the way, and we thank her for the risks made. Worst case, fixed ways, fixed wage, missed days. But this case, fist race, Tacloban City, birthplace, circa 91. Cause we immigrants in this place, gentrified this place, stayed alive in this race. Took a plane this way, across the ocean this wave, settled in the bay. So I hit him with the this face. Grew up in a way that I knew myself. I can't wait for another day to rise up. We'll make it someday. Be united and fight against human trafficking. Let's stand up and voice out for the freedom of people. Someday, I said, mama, we gon' make it there someday. I said, mama, we gon' make it there someday. I said, mama, we gon' make it there someday. I said, mama, we gon' make it here. Yeah, I said, mama, we gon' make it here. I said, mama, we gon' make it here. Yeah, I said, mama, we gon' make it here someday.
Thank you for watching the event today. The role of the woman in today's society is more diverse than it has ever been. We are undertaking the challenges that the women before us never had the opportunity of doing so. In most cases, women are still the central social figure for families around the world. In today's event, you'll see how prevalent the numbers of the women that are trafficked. And I'm sure you are realizing the impact that this has on the communities in which they belong. The ripple effect of human trafficking impacts more than the individual. It directly affects the children of these women. Would you please go to endht.org and help us today? Let us activate our voice for the resources that the women need to overcome the conditions of human trafficking so that we can study the complex conditions in which human trafficking occurs. I thank you in advance for your help. Now for the next performance, I would like to introduce you to Joss Stone. Thank you.
What happened to this morning when I woke up hungover? What happened to the people walking hand in hand? Everybody's taking care of themselves, not looking out of the widest window. Somehow everybody's taking care of themselves, but none of one else. What happened to this morning with something I love? Everybody walking, they pull up your leg and push it together. Everybody get over here, you turn it too late, that trick's over. What happened to this morning when the roller come over like so late forever? What happened to that day when the people were hand in hand? We're together, man. Let's treat this day just like a newborn baby. Want to be taken care of. What happened to that day?
Every year on the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, we honor all the people who are victims, but also those who fight this crime. This year, we would especially like to thank the first responders, the people who work in different sectors on the front lines, identifying, supporting, counseling, and seeking justice for victims of trafficking, and challenging the impunity of traffickers. The current global health crisis has worsened economic and social inequalities that are among the root causes of human trafficking. During the pandemic, the essential roles of these heroes has become even more evident, particularly as the restrictions imposed because of COVID-19 have made their work even more difficult. Victims of human trafficking are more exposed to contracting the virus, less equipped to prevent it, and have less access to health care to ensure their recovery. Today, we are raising funds for the UN Trust Fund for Victims of Human Trafficking, which is providing grants to NGOs to offer services to victims of trafficking who need more support, particularly in regions hardest hit by the pandemic. Now it is my great pleasure to hand over to the next performers, including Ozark Henry, UNODC's National Goodwill Ambassador for Belgium against human trafficking.
Every day I wear my blue heart. I wear it to support the Blue Heart campaign, to fight human trafficking, to support the victims of human trafficking. Today I wear my blue heart to thank everyone who's supporting the Blue Heart campaign, to thank everyone who's fighting human trafficking and who supports the victims of human trafficking. They are my true heroes today. Thank you.
Tell me which land shall I call home? The one beneath my feet or the one across the ocean? I have a story to be told, but you've made up your mind and my name has been stolen. Let me help you understand what I've lived and who I am. I could have been you, you could have been me. It's all in the hands of destiny. Don't you know that I'm no danger? You could have been me, I could have been see tomorrow. Let me help you understand what I face and where I stand. I could have been you, you could have been me. It's all in the hands of destiny. Don't you know that I'm no danger? You could have been me, I could have been you. Nothing to fear, nothing to lose. Don't you know that I'm no danger? But you call me a stranger, call me a stranger, call me a stranger. Call me a stranger, call me a stranger, call me a stranger. Call me a stranger, call me a stranger, call me a stranger. Call me a stranger, call me a stranger, call me a stranger.
So I'm here to tell you about the Music to Inspire album. This is an album that was put together by Rukus Ave, and it features 70 voices, dignitaries, and different artists and things like that have all come together for the largest collection of artists ever for a charitable album. This is a super special thing, and we're able to use music to bring awareness to something that's really important in the world. This is 60 songs. It's available on iTunes and Spotify now. All you have to do is search up Artists United Against Human Trafficking and you'll find it. Check it out, please. Thank you so much for the support on this project. I hope you guys are loving the show. I'm so excited right now to present our next artist, and this is BRÄZ. Take it away.
Why aren't these roses red? The violets ain't blooming no more. You vultures are all around. You keep on building you up but tearing me down. So we break them down, make these walls go down. 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 Take it deeper, deeper than we've been before. You see the blueprint, power to the people. Same story, tired of the same old ending. So if you don't show love here, I'll demand it. Break them down, make these walls go down. Break them down, make these walls go down. Break them down, make these walls go down.
Hello everyone, I'm Patricia Vaughn from Austin, Texas, and I'm honored to be a part of this invitation tonight for such an important cause. I'd love to play you a song that was part of the compilation Music to Inspire. It's called Missing Women, Mujeres Desaparecidas, for the missing women of Juarez, Mexico. Black night, silent screams pierce the darkness across the border town. Juarez bleeds, casts a shadow of evil lights, falling crosses of human plight. Mothers and daughters, lives burned and battered, cold and scattered in shallow graves. What evil soul could take a life, a human life, unholy rain? Across the desert of burning tears, mujeres desaparecidas, veiled in mystery for so many years. Mujeres desaparecidas, for how long will the blood river flow? Where will the children go? Crosses and broken faith, human disgrace, a violent rage. Across the desert of burning tears, mujeres desaparecidas, veiled in mystery for so many years. Mujeres desaparecidas, for how long will the blood river flow? Where will the children go?
Today, those who have given to United Nations Voluntary Trust Funds for Victims of Trafficking in Persons are heroes. And to learn more, go to UNODC.org.
नजरों से डर लगता है, बुरी खबरों से डर लगता है, चुप रहने से डर लगता है, अपने गुस्से से हट जा, जीने दे, हक है उड़ने दे, डर लगता है उन चीखों से, डर लगता है चुप सड़कों से, डर लगता है मैले इरादों से, डर लगता है अपने गुस्से से हट जा, जीने दे, हक है उड़ने दे, कब बदलेगा, कब बदलेगा तू, कब बदलेगा, जब रब के आगे जाएगा क्या तब बदलेगा, अब गलती की कोई वजह नहीं, अब बेशर्मी की कोई जगह नहीं, क्या कारण तू पाप करता है, क्या कारण जो शैतान जगता है, क्या जग जीतेगा सम्मान मेरा अपना हक छीनेगा है यकीन मुझसे बदलेगा हाँ जुनू मेरा मुझे पंख देगा हट जा जीने दे हक है उड़ने दे
End human trafficking.
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 Great pleasure and honor to be here with you tonight, and I will sing for you and perform an old song of mine, Sweet Instigator, to thank all the heroes, all the people who've been fighting human trafficking and supporting the victims. Here we go. Anyway, the water turns, you're always on my mind, sweet instigator. Anyway, the water turns, you're always on my mind, you're my inspiration. You make me beautiful, you give inspiration. You make me beautiful. You know that you can never let me down. We're to sail and see the world right now. Know that you can never let me down. We're to sail and see the world right now. Anyway, the water turns, you're always on my mind, sweet instigator. Anyway, the water turns, you're always on my mind, you're my insulation. You make me beautiful, give inspiration. You make me beautiful, sweet instigator. What's love for? So what are you gonna do with it? Oh good, oh good. Know that you can never let me down. We're to sail and see the world right now. Know that you can never let me down. We're to sail and see the world right now. Make me beautiful, you give inspiration. You make me beautiful, sweet instigator.
That was Ozark Henry. Thank you so much for the performance, Ozark.
Look, we may have a long way to go before we see change, but the only difference we can make is now. And now for a performance by the legendary A.R. Rahman.
Ya Nizamuddin Awliya, Ya Nizamuddin Sarkar, Ya Nizamuddin, कदम बढ़ा ले, हदों को मिटा ले, आजा खालीपन में पीका कर तेरा, तेरे बिन खाली आजा खालीपन में, तेरे बिन खाली आजा खालीपन में. रंगरेज़ा 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 ओ रंगरेज़ा जब कहीं पे कुछ नहीं भी नहीं था, वही था वही था वही था वही था. जब कहीं पे कुछ नहीं भी नहीं था, वही था वही था वही था वही था. वो जो मुझ में समाया, वो जो तुझ में समाया, मौला वही वही माया. वो जो मुझ में समाया, वो जो तुझ में समाया, मौला वही वही माया. कुन फाया कुन फाया कुन. सदक़ल्लाहुल अलीयुल अज़ीम. सवेरा मेरे तन भर से, कजरा अंधेरा तेरी जलती लो. सजरा सवेरा मेरे तन भर से, कजरा अंधेरा तेरी जलती लो. कजरा मिला जो तेरे दरबार से, ओ मौला मौला. صدق رسوله النبي الكريم صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله عليه وسلم मुझ पे करम सरकार तेरा अर्ज तुझे कर दे मुझे मुझसे ही रिहा अब मुझको भी हो दीदार मेरा कर दे मुझे मुझसे ही रिहा मुझसे ही रिहा मन के मेरे ये भरम कच्चे मेरे ये करम लेके चले हैं कहाँ मैं तो जानू ना तू है मुझ में समाया कहाँ लेके मुझे आया मैं हूँ तुझ में समाया तेरे पीछे चला आया तेरा ही मैं एक इंसान तूने मुझको बनाया मैं तो जग को दबाया तूने गले से लगाया हक तू ही है खुदाया सच तू ही है खुदाया कुन फाया 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 कुन जब कहीं पे कुछ नहीं भी नहीं था वही था वही था वही था वही था जब कहीं पे कुछ नहीं भी नहीं था वही था वही था वही था वही था कुन फाया कुन फाया कुन सदक़ल्लाहुल अलीयुल अज़ीम सदक़ रसूलुहुल नबियुल करीम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Michael Franti here, and I'm very proud today to be supporting Artists United Against Human Trafficking, and I am incredibly grateful for all the support that you have shown. Your donations go to help freeing people, help bringing awareness to this issue, and I have a song that just basically says that all of us are living in different parts of the world and grow up in different experiences, but all of us are linked as one human family, and no matter where you are, what walk of life or experience you grow up in, that I'm on your side. And it goes like this.
If you ever lay awake at night, wondering if we'll be alright, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. If you're sitting at the kitchen table, counting up your bills to pay, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. If you drop the kids at school and wonder if they'll make it home today, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. If you're staring at the TV stations, wondering how we got this way, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Can you hear me? your heart beating like a drum? Can you hear me? I don't care where you come from, I'm on your side. 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 I'm right by you. I'm right by your side. I'm right by you. If ice is clinking in your cup, thinking about giving up, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. And if you got some news today, and doctors telling you to pray, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. And if you feel the pounding fear when flashing lights are in your mirror, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. And if you hold a friend and say, I wonder how we got this way, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Can you hear me? Is your heart beating like a drum? Can you hear me? I don't care where you come from, I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I'm on your. If you're weary and you're broken and you don't know what to hope in, if you're willing and you're able, come and meet me at the table. If you lost your way to laughing, can't remember how to dance, and if you're out of tears to cry, take my hand and I'm on your side. 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 I'm right by you. I'm right by your side. I'm right by you. I'm on your side. We're on your side. Peace.
A woman came to my parents in the village and said, I see you have some real smart children. They could have a bright future. This one could be on the top floor of a building. Let me strike you a deal. Let me know if it sounds appealing. See, I know you have some medical bills that are piling up, and you've been skipping rent for the past couple of months. Your daughter, she's a liability. You could marry her off, but when you're poor the way that you are, could you really afford the cost? I know, it sounds harsh and really, you don't deserve it. I want to help you out. I think I can do you a service now. Why don't you send your daughter off with me to come and work a good job in a big city? She'll finally realize her worth. I'll keep her like one of my own, and I'll never leave her alone. In the meantime, here's the money to settle everything at home. She'll pay it off and come right back with so many bigger options. This is the chance of a lifetime. You're lucky to come across it, so think about it. Think about it. I woke up to a man on top of me, smelled of cigarettes and alcohol. With all my strength, I pushed him off of me. He wasn't wearing any clothing, and I looked down, and neither was I. I started to scream, "Who the hell are you? What do you want from me, and why?" The man laughed, "Relax, baby. I'm gonna treat you real nice. They always give me the new ones. For you, I paid a premium price. You the youngest I ever had. You don't know how much that excites me." I knocked him down by his shins, ran out of the room as fast as lightning. I wanna go home, I almost made it to the front door, but somebody grabbed me. It was Madam. "You think if you run away from here, you're gonna be happy? I ought to punish you for being so defiant. But go ahead, try it. Who you gonna call? The police? Every last one of them is a client. You're gonna travel 1,000 miles back home with empty pockets? Nobody will take you back. You damaged goods, it's basic economics. I'm the only one in the world who would care for you, don't you see? Now march back into that room, you got a job to do for me." Think about it. Think about it. I knew from that very first night this wouldn't be life. It took me 4 years to get away, and every single day was a fight you couldn't imagine. In the back of a brothel, slaving away, screaming to God, "Please take me away. I'm only 13, why do these men hurt me?" Day after day, but I never gave up and ultimately found a way to escape. But these bruises and memories still live with me so vividly. Reminders of a life that could have turned out much differently. My best friend caught HIV. So many others couldn't escape like me. That's why I make my plea. This is something that's really happening. This is called human trafficking. This is modern day slavery. This is not how it has to be. This is not the life we envision for the world's children. And anything you do can make a difference. From petitions to educating our youth and our elders and local artists. One light at a time, we can rid the world of its darkness. One light at a time. Think about it. Rid the world of its darkness. One light at a time. Think about it. One light at a time. One light at a time. One light at a time.
Somebody told me, somebody shared the word. Somebody told me, listen to me, have you heard? Love is a beautiful thing. Love for your brothers. Love is a beautiful thing. Love for your sister. I said love is the reason why I go wild. Love is the reason why I have a child. Say I elevate the way you think now. Educate so your children know how. Separate yourself from the crowd. Let them know how we flow when we know that love is around. Somebody told me, somebody shared the word. Somebody told me, listen to me, have you heard? Love is a beautiful thing. Love for your brothers. Love is a beautiful thing. Yeah. Love for your sister. I said love is the reason why I go wild. Love is the reason why I have a child. Say love is a beautiful thing. Love is a beautiful
At this very moment, millions of women, children, and men all over the world are being exploited by criminals who trade in human beings. 7 out of 10 detected human trafficking victims are women and girls, who together represent the vast majority of victims of sexual exploitation. 3 in 10 of detected victims of human trafficking are children. No part of our planet is immune to human trafficking. Almost every country in the world is affected by this crime against human dignity. Too many trafficking victims are never identified and therefore do not receive the assistance or protection to which they are entitled to. The UN Voluntary Trust Fund for Victims of Trafficking in Persons, especially women and children, is an important part of these efforts. Through its survivor-centered approach, the Trust Fund has been helping survivors by enabling them to reclaim their dignity and rebuild their lives. The fund helps to ensure that women, children, and men who have been exploited by traffickers are identified and provided with the assistance, protection, and support needed for their physical, psychological, and social recovery through the provision of shelter, basic health services, vocational training and schooling, as well as psychosocial, legal, and economic support. On the 10th year anniversary of the UN Voluntary Trust Fund, I appeal to member states, the international community, and the private sector to contribute and help more trafficking survivors rebuild their lives. We must provide care and support for trafficking victims and other survivors of violence, abuse, and exploitation. We are counting on your solidarity to respond to the needs of victims in years to come to end these heinous crimes.
In your chest cavity, we ask God to bless these festivities. Yet this hostility felt between you and me stops. Opportunity given to spread unity. Tune to be rhythmically wiping sadness clear. Reggae cumbia mixtures create this atmosphere. People packing chairs simply cause these songs show death. Giving shouts to these victims of wrongful death. Now, soon as we're rid of society's small terrors, the sooner these teenagers don't have to be pallbearers and carry their pals nearer to graves. Premature the cure. Be mature by keeping your hearts pure.
Big up Deadly. Well, this one is called Violence, and it's about cultural and domestic violence. And just the fact that, you know, like every man that beats women or kill people was once a boy, which means that this is a societal problem. And I think it's something that we need to think about. Yeah, it's emotional. Boy Blue got his own gun, and the girls them love when him rope up on the plum. He don't really wanna hurt no one, but in a bad man's zone, if you don't bite, you drown. Girls wear pink and dream of princes, even bust want white picket fences. Baby, for to hold her daughter down, she just go with the flow. She's got to keep the crown. If a kiss from your face bruises my lips, am I supposed to think it's passionate? And if a kiss with a gun don't heal no one, are you looking to the trigger for redemption? Hey, why you gotta be so violent? The way you're hurting me don't make sense. Is your heart underwater? Feel like you should love harder. You act like I deserve it. You're not the only one who's hurting. Who's hurting? My skin is bruised by your ego. My dreams are haunted. Where did they go? You can't heal yourself by breaking me down. Down, down, down. You can't heal yourself. You can't heal yourself by breaking me down. Down, down, down. Boys, I'm born to hurt the loves he grew up. Seeing his father beat his mom. 3 of his friends already done turn gunman. So when they held that down here to show we can be as bad as them, be as bad as them. But he don't wanna hurt nobody. Be as bad as them, be as bad as them. But he don't wanna hurt nobody. If a kiss from your face bruises my lips, am I supposed to think it's passionate? And if a kiss with a gun don't heal no one, why you looking to the trigger for redemption? Hey, why we gotta be so violent? The way you're hurting me don't make sense. Is your heart underwater? Feel like you could love harder. Don't act like I deserve it. You're not the only one who's hurting. You're not the only one who's hurting. Why we gotta be so violent? The way you're hurting me don't make sense. Is your heart underwater? You should be loving harder. Don't act like I deserve it. You're not the only one who's hurting. You're not the only one who's hurting.
Welcome back. This wraps up our virtual fundraising concert for the victims of human trafficking, and we hope you have really enjoyed the show. But before we go, I wanted to tell you about the blue heart that I'm wearing, which you can also see in the logo that has been shown throughout the concert on the screen. It is the international symbol of the fight against human trafficking. By wearing, posting, and sharing it, you not only show your solidarity with the victims, but you also help us to give hope and to spread the word about the importance of fighting this crime. Before our last performance of the night, let me again reiterate that with your support, we can give back to the victims what human traffickers have stolen from them, their lives. You can donate by going to www.endht.org. On behalf of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, the UN Trust Fund for Victims of Human Trafficking, and Rukus Avenue Music Group, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in. I would also like to thank all our artists, musicians, collaborators, donors, and friends for your contributions. Thank you all for watching and donating. Stay healthy and safe.
I am love in a rainbow. Now a rainbow is gone, overcast by your shadows as our worlds move on. In the shadows, I can be you, to be near you for a while. There's a song in my soul. It's the shame, it's the price of you and me. Ever changing, moving on now, moving fast, and its touch must be wanted, must be called through your eyes. But I need Jake to tell you that I love you. It never ends, and I'm blessed every day now for a year, for a year. And it's sad, you know, on the way for to read our name. They're together, must have fallen like a seed to the dead. I am lost. I am lost in a rainbow. Now a rainbow is gone. I am lost in a rainbow. Now a rainbow is gone. I am lost. I am
On behalf of the entire Rukus Avenue family, we want to thank you for tuning in on this World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, and we truly appreciate you watching and donating today. I hope today you were informed, but most importantly, you were inspired. We need everyone's help in overcoming this heinous crime, and we know that we can't win this battle until everyone is aware of the impact of the problem. I would like to thank our friends at the UNODC for their support. I would also like to thank all of the artists, dignitaries, and the colleagues that all came together today to make this day a reality. Thank you all.